Hello, I'm Wowie Gambit, and I'm an avid chess player. Are you a chess beginner who just learned how to move the pieces, but don't know how to win a chess game yet? Not to worry, because in this video, I will be going over check and checkmate. Checkmate is how you win a chess game. Let's get started. So, what are check and checkmate? As you probably know, when the king gets taken, the person that took the king wins the chess game. Check is when one of your pieces is in a position to take the opponent's king on the next turn. The opponent can do one of three things to stop this. Move the king out of the way to safety, block the check, or take the piece that is checking them. Checkmate is basically the same as check, but the king has nowhere to move, and none of its pieces can help the king out. So, as I said before, check is when one of your pieces is threatening to take the opponent's king the next move. The white rook can check the black king by moving to this square, g4, because the king is being threatened, and if it doesn't move anywhere, then the rook can take it the next move. So in this position, the black king is in check by the white rook. Black can do one of three things. Move the king to one of 6 safe squares. Block the check by moving their rook in front of the king. Or take the piece that is checking their king. If black blocks the check, white can take the rook and check again. And then the king also has an added choice of being able to take the rook and getting out of check that way. Can you see the check in this position? There are 2 checks here. Rook g7 check, which is this one, or rook d8 check. If you decide to do one of these 2 moves, rook g7 check is a very bad move because the king can just take the rook. So rook d8 would be a much better move. Checkmate is basically the same as check, but the king has nowhere to run to, and none of its pieces can either take the piece that is checking the king or block the check. That is a checkmate. So in this position, there are 3 checkmates. Queen b7 is a checkmate, because the king can't move anywhere without being threatened. And it cannot take the queen because the king is defending the queen. This is also a checkmate because the king can't move anywhere on the 8th line. And as a rule in chess, the king can't move right next to another king. The last checkmate is queen g8, which is basically the same as queen f8. And also queen h8 is a checkmate as well. Can you see the checkmate in this position? So the checkmate in this position is queen d7, because the king can't move anywhere after that, because the queen is guarding all the squares around the king. So that's what check and checkmate are. They're how to win the game. In the next video, I will be talking about stalemate, what it is, and how to avoid it if you're winning the game. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Bye bye.